What you know about that? They like, Lex, you gonna bring that back? I'm like, yeah, I'm like, chill, red ill flow through me. Of course, my lyrics are a beast, and my flow is crazy. Had these other rap bras, rhymes pushing up daisies. So this'll be the time for you to pay your respect. Respect, in the end, ain't gonna cover the debt, though. So charge it to the game and hopefully it collect, yo. But if not, then oh well, you thought I was kidding. I told you to hang it up tight, noose lynching. Swing from the tree but don't grow from the root. That's word to Billie Holiday, she sang the strange fruit. That lady sang the blue. I like to think I rap a sort of red in my tune. I mean, I'm saying thank God and some lawyers, and my mama come through like a tour bus. While some other lookouts done held Lex Bubba down. You know what I mean, I appreciate things. I'm a grateful chick, I'm a stalk in the heart, the Lannister with the deck. Do something for me and I don't ever forget. That's not my type. Hey, how day, y'all. Look, thank y'all for tuning in. Look, y'all probably missed me like the McRed, but I'm back. This is Finding Things with Alexis from Texas, aka your favorite reviewer, aka Expedia, because he say I'm a trip, and aka say kickstand. Come to kickstand, you feel me? I'll tell you about that later. But hello everyone. Yes, Milani, I see you. Thank you for showing up. You know what I'm saying? That's bro, people gotta stick together. Thank you. Last week I wasn't here because it was my daughter's birthday, and you know, family first. I do this in my spare time, but it's family first, and I love being a mom, and I love taking care of my babies and being there for them when they need me, when they don't need me, when they want me, and even when they don't want me, because I love my babies. So yeah, had to skip that because my daughter wanted a slumber party, so we had a little knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone on that. And yeah, had a great time, and I needed that break. I also needed that sleep. Just look, I've been catching up on sleep, and that's been good for me. So if y'all see, thank you. Yes, she turned 9, and look, she gonna tell me after she turned 9, she's like, "Mommy, one more year and I'm gonna be in double digits." Not double digits, baby, but yes, correct. One more year and you're gonna be in double digits. That's true. But yeah, I love my baby. Both my summer babies, boy, man. And today we was at her game, and plus during this time of the year where I live, they have this thing called a Rabbit Fest, and it's, you know, like a little carnival or type little thing, fair carnival type little thing. And so with that all going on, the games, so they're having their baseball, softball games, and then also this thing is going on, and I was really surprised. I'm imagining tonight is gonna be crazy, but last night it was pretty decent. So we got to go, and it was my children's first time ever going to that thing. I've been to it a couple of times growing up. You know, anybody that lives in that small hometown, when they have certain things, you know, it's like tradition, and we go, you know, just to go because it's a part of the tradition type thing. But I was telling my daughter, I was like, yeah, baby, I done rabbit fest out to an extent, like but because I've done it for years, like, you know what I'm saying, like, been there, did all of that, and it's fun, you know. And anybody that likes that type of thing, it's fun to go. But of course, in these times, everything is so expensive, and I was just like, look, we gonna go, we gonna do this, that, because I really wasn't preparing for that, in a sense. Because I don't know, I just, those type of activities, I be like, I don't know, I'm gonna take my kids right now, especially with a whole bunch of people and all what was going on. Like I said, the games and all that was going on too. So I was just like wondering, like, it was crazy. It was a lot. But they got to go, and I'm glad my babies got to go. So, and then my son, because my daughter had a game today, and then he had his game last night. And so he went out and chilled with his homie, and they went to I don't know what it's called, like, an airplane show, I guess, in a sense, just like a car show, but they were out there with airplanes and all that, and he had a great time. And I ain't too long ago just went and picked him up from his friends, and so that's been love. My and all the parents, the mommy life, the father life, but just the parent life. Hey, it's a lot. It's a lot. But anyway, getting over that. Hold on. Look, give me a close my dizzy, because I'm in here with my son. He gonna bust up in here and get from me, y'all. Any break. I know he is. So, whoop. Or not. Look, I appreciate y'all waiting on me. I appreciate y'all. But anyway, so yeah, and I ain't bring much from my bike, because look, I'm gonna tell y'all, be honest, I need to get caught up on my reviews. Like, I'm doing good, but I need to get caught up, and I'm gonna do some of that tonight, since my baby's been hanging out, and look, I ain't even lie. Look, I'm preparing for him, because he went out, ran around, had a great time. He in there watching Elemental right now, so he gonna be falling asleep soon, probably worn out. He ate at his friend's house, but he a boy, so I imagine he probably gonna want something else in a little bit. But I'm like, fall asleep. Yeah, fall asleep, boy. But anyway, what I'm saying is that I don't have much, because I really want to talk about this topic that I got. Look, I be feeling like I got this on. Look. Nah, I guess it's just the collar and the way the collar feel. Oh no. I was like, I got this on backwards on the, like, the tag. Like, it was a tag right there. Look, y'all see that? I thought it was like a tag. I was like, what the heck is going on? But anyway. Yeah, so speaking, I'll start out with the first thing, because talking about my daughter's birthday. So I grabbed this off the Vine. It's called, look, and I say I grabbed this off the Vine, and it's called Grab the Mic. So it's a karaoke party game for people who can't sing, but I guess they just didn't mean that for me, because I can't sing. But anyway, so, and it's cute, and I'm gonna show y'all this, but then I'm gonna tell you how my daughter and her friends try to do me real quick. But so, and it's cute, and I can also see, like, doing this with some friends, maybe have a shot or two. But this is the direction card, but it was kind of fun, like I said, and I was like, yeah, I definitely need to do it with some friends that know some music, y'all, because look, I'm about to tell you how my daughter and their friends try to do me real quick, y'all, like, really try to do me. So here's the board, and you set it out, and look, and y'all know I'm good for a mic. Y'all know I like a mic. Like me a microphone. But, and it has some little game pieces. Looks like any regular board game. Little thumb, guitar, drum, saxophone, and I guess that's supposed to be like a mic. I don't know. speaker store. I don't know what that's supposed to be. But yeah. So everybody gets their own little piece to have on the board. And then also this is your own mute tab. I'll tell you about that in a second. But and it comes with these cards, and every card has like a point on it. And depending on the level and how you go on the point. So like this is space, and it's 3 points for you to move up on the board. Let's see some other ones. Gonna. And there's 1 point. Let me see. Oh, this one. That's a good one. Rain. And that's 2 points. Tell y'all about that one. I'm trying to find the other one that I had. Because I was like, tell you what, like I said, how they try to do me. I was like, I know. Y'all ain't trying to play with me. Like, I don't know what I'm saying and know what I'm saying. Where is it? But yeah, so each card has a point on it. And if you win, you get to move up on the board. Oh, here it is. Ride. Okay. So, what you do is like you have the cards out for the person whoever turn is on to pick from. And you have the mic. They say have the mic like if we're all gathered in a circle or whatever we're in. Have the mic out. Say it's me and my brother David in the back. So pull this card, and this ride. So everybody can see that's the thing. And if you know a song with the word ride in it, you got to hurry up and grab the mic. And like I said, we'll have the mic in the middle. Now, whoever, even though I grabbed this card, and that's the word, anybody can try to grab the mic. You know what I'm saying? And you have to sing a song that has that word in it. And if you sing it, you're not singing a song that we all know or that we can look up and verify that that's a song, then you're on mute. You get that little card, don't say nothing, and it skip it to the next turn. So like going to the next turn, it's David's turn. He grab a card. If I'm on mute, I can't grab the mic and try to sing and get points. So, and that's just to the next go round when it gets back around to me. And the girls, they had a little fun, but I was like, I can't play with no 9 and 10-year-olds. But I was just trying to show them how to play the game. And so I was like, okay, we playing. I pull ride, right? So I look, and I hurry up and grab the mic, and I'm like, if you want to go and take a ride with me with 3 women in the boat, like I'm just singing. They like, that's not a song. I said that that is a song, and they're like, what? That's not so. So I said that it. Look, I'm arguing with this 9-year-old. Like that is a song. Let me pull it up. Put it on my phone. Pulling up Nelly, ride with me, and I play the song. You know, I'm jamming like. Like those songs I used to listen to when I was small. I think, how old was I when Nelly first came out? I was a little older than my daughter when Nelly first came out. He dropped Country Grammar. And so they're like, so I showed them the song, and then they're like, man, that's from the 80s. I said, what? Wait a minute, from the what? And they're like, that's from the 80s. I said, I know that is not from the 80s. That is, let me pull it up, give y'all the information. This song came out in the year 2000. That's still like old. I'm the mom here. I don't know how. Like, I'm not 9, I'm not 10, I'm not 24. Like, but okay, like trying to straight do me. And then so we playing, and they're singing songs, and I'm like, I don't know that song. Let me Google. Let me make sure that song is a song. Because they sing the song. Look, I don't know what the younger folk are listening to, if unless it's Christian contemporary, Christian hip hop, or something like that, and even Christian R&B now. Um, like, or I say this because I didn't get baptized and proclaim my life for God until like 2018. So like when I made that transition, I stopped listening to any hip hop. Like, so I'll say, what year is that? 2018, I think. Yeah, 2018. So any music up until 2018, like anything new or after that, like I'm really, unless it's like a really really popular song and I've heard it around, but I'm not going to be a one that's look it up and just listen to that song unless it's a particular reason. But yeah, so I don't know the song that they listened to, and but we did have fun like playing it. Even then, like they was trying to play me making those songs. I was like, y'all wrong. But yeah, like I said, like I really feel like this is a song, definitely a song, a game that I can play with some adults, or maybe me. I'm saying me because I don't know. I need to play with some people, like put a limit on it. All right, 2015 and back. That's only the songs I can say. But yeah, either way, like it's a little fun game, especially if you like doing stuff like that. You're a person like me that sort of karaoke type style little thing. That's how I felt about that game, and I'm looking forward to playing it again and having some fun with my friends with it, and even let my daughter, if she wanna have her fun with her friends and things like that. But and it was also fun because like I kept using the mute card on her friends, like mute, because they, like I said, sometimes they were singing songs that weren't actually. When I was like, look, what song is that? Let me look it up. I don't know that Taylor Swift song. I don't know what that is. But yeah, like it's I think it's a real fun game, especially um amongst your peers and having fun. I'm sure it'll help if somebody was in the workplace and they want to do some team building exercises and stuff like that. I think that'd be a good game for those type of environments and things like that. Or if you're not in that environment, I think it's fun to play. And like I said, I look forward to it. But yeah, anyway, because I really want to talk about what I other want to talk about. So I'm moved. Like I said, that's why I didn't have it. Like usually time, y'all know, like I be having some things, baby. When it buying that things, they just be having some things. But this other one, because recently, well not recently, it was like a year ago. I went back home to Kansas City. Kansas City, here I come. Well, hold on, look. We're just talking about the mic. Nah, get my other mic. Get off of there. I'm going to Kansas City. Kansas City, here I come. Somebody gotta do the bop, bop. Hey, I got some pretty little babies, and I'm gonna get me one. Anyway, so and man, beforehand was the last time I did that. Like I'm not like, and I'm getting into the flying game because I was even talking to my cousin that I went to go see back last year, June. He got married. Hey, shout out. But and I got on the plane, and all my life I've been always used to just driving to Kansas City. Even from here, like it's a 12-hour drive, but all my life, my parents, we used to drive a lot, and we used to make that trek back and forth to Kansas City from Texas or any place that we live. And that's what I just know. Driving home, 35, 44, 71. So I got this little travel suitcase, and because I was like, I do need one, because I had to reach out to somebody and be like, hey, you got a suitcase? Because like a suitcase, like I got like bags and stuff that I use for travel because, like I said, I'm used to pretty much just driving. But one thing that I did realize with my children, like how I know that I'm not going to be like, let me think. Even then, I don't know if that's because we drive to Dallas. Dallas is like 2.5 hours from me. Houston is about 3.5. It's like 3 and 20 minutes, but yeah, 3.5 hours. Austin is depending on where you're going in Austin, but Austin roughly about an hour. San Antonio, I think San Antonio is 2.5. I think. Yeah. Because it's from Austin, but from here it's like 2.5. Um, and I'm used to driving. Like that's just me. Like I'm used to driving, and for some reason, I've noticed. I think my son, he's about to turn 5 in July. I think my son has car sickness. Like I really do. I don't think he can like sit in a car long just riding like that. So as far as if I'm traveling like that anymore, especially if I got my babies, I'm gonna have to be flying. But even then, like I was used to driving because that's what my parents did. That's what we did as a family. If we wanted to go anywhere, a lot of times we was driving. So, but now of course, times have changed and we're doing things differently a tad. But what I was saying is that I was thinking like, yo, I need a suitcase and even if it's for me or just me and the kids. Like this, I grabbed this one right now, but I know I'm gonna need more. But this is like my starter. But yeah, man. And I'm telling you, I was talking to my cousin, and he was like, "Man, yeah, cause we can't that driving stuff." But I don't know. Like I said, I'm only realizing it. Like I put it like this: I wouldn't drive now. Like I said, and especially because I got kids. Um, where like, cause I want to say Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City is about 6 hours from me, and I got family there. Matter of fact, my sister's there right now. It's her birthday weekend. My sister's birthday is was on the 15th of this month. My youngest sister that I had on here when I was doing my outside episode. But yeah, she turned 27 today. Well, not today, but on the 15th. And me, I'm thinking, yeah, like 6 is a good drive. But again, me realizing with my son, like if I drive with him, we're probably like, I'm gonna have to like stop with him, let him get out, let him, you know what I'm saying? Because recently when we drove to Austin, like he kind of, and I don't know, and maybe I had to take him to the doctor and check and see, but because it's not all the time. Like we drove to Dallas plenty of times, and it was just like one time where he was like, he just like legit got sick and started throwing up. And when we went to Austin recently, uh, he's just like, "Mommy, my stomach hurt," and I was like, "You gotta, which one? Like, is it this or this?" And so got about the car. We stopped at Wendy's in Austin. Got him out the car. And he was over do his thing. And I was like, "You good?" And he's like, "Yeah." He was good after that. But I'm feeling like 6 hours because that's Oklahoma City. But I'm not gonna be like, I'm gonna have to do it within a good time frame because I don't want to have my babies ain't built for that travel life like they mom was. I ain't, and I be honest, I ain't really have no choice. You know what I'm saying? I ain't, your parents like, oh, we riding, we going, that's it. So, but yeah, I got this 20-inch travel case. So I was like, let me get prepared, because I'm going as well, and my kids, they may not go with me all the time with certain stuff because they may be with their dad. Like last year, my cousin, he had his wedding and he got married on Father's Day. Shout out to my cousin Bo. Um, And I did need a bigger suitcase because I was going back home, and I was gonna need, all the space to bring back all my stuff from home, all the cook. Because when I'm back home, like it's still Texas, but I'm back home. Hey, so yeah, it's I think they said 20 inches. Got the wheels and all that on it. I thought it lifted up. Hold on, where's the thing? I thought it did. Oh yeah, this. So got your little and all that. The thing that really had me like, oh yeah, that's the one. That's the one. But was this right here, y'all? Oh, and they said it's like TSA lock safe. I don't know. But this, as girls, we like extra things. Hey, shout out hashtag buying a thing. And so it got the little USB ports, and I was like, okay, oh, okay, I need that. I need that in my life, especially if in the airport and all that good stuff. Like, yeah, I need that in my life. And I had the experience, like, because I'm telling y'all, like, I've flown twice in my whole life, including the second time was back in June. And I never did I was I? Yeah, I think I was early then. I don't know, it's just different. Like when I got there, they like the clock in and like sign in and I don't know what they call it. I can't remember. It was something to make sure that you gotta be in line by a certain time. If y'all tell me that y'all tell me my plane leaving at 9. If I come at 8:30, I like me, like yo, I expect to get on my plane. Like, but again, like I said, I didn't have the flying type of knowledge, y'all. So I had to wait. And oh man, it was so like crazy, like finding the right gate. I was in Dallas and finding the right gate, and then them telling me like, oh, you're here, and then they say they're like, oh, you're here, and then last minute they like, oh, you're supposed to be all the way over there. I'm like, these. This is why I don't like to fly. But yeah, my experience, that experience was something else. My first one, like I had to, I don't know, I was at the overlay or whatever. It was long as hell, and I was in Houston, and it was just a lot, y'all. Like I'm telling y'all, my experience with flying, I'm gonna get better, and that's another thing. And this is going to encourage me to get better. But I'm gonna get better with that flying stuff because, like I said, when like trips like that, because I want to go back home more often to Kansas City because that's where my side of the family is as far as my father, and I want my kids to see their cousins and see the cousins that I love and always have that relationship with and kick it with. Like when I go back home, I kick it with the same people. Like the same people every single time. Like there are some cousins that I see in passing, hey, and then I keep it going. But they wet. I ain't gonna say they wet like that, but they wet to an extent because that's my family. And a lot of times when stuff happen, like my grandma on that side, which is my dad's mom, she passed in 2019. And if anybody has experienced those type of blows in passing, like grandma or mama like that, like those are hard times. To where it's like when people say like it be like the funerals where you see the ugly in your family, you see the ugly in your family. I saw it when my mom passed. I saw it when my grandma passed. You see the ugly in families with things like that happen. And I don't know how that happened. Mind you, y'all, I'm in Texas. So all the stuff that happens back home in KC like I'm not a part of that. Like whatever y'all got going on with grandma's house and all this, I'm not a part of that. I'm in Texas. And people be wanting to beef with the people that ain't there, like whatever issue y'all got. That's with them. And people even mad that my own family like trying to throw shades about me being a plus one and all this other thing. Like it's crazy. Like, but that's how your family do, and trying to throw people in a mix of things that they're not in a mix of. But hopefully we get better. Hopefully, and I'm gonna say this again, and even if they hear it, y'all be thinking about us. We don't think about y'all. When we talk family and stuff, the ones that mess with us are the ones that mess with us, and that's who we talk to. That's who we get down with. We don't mention your name. I'm not gonna mention your name now. Just like I said about my cousin Bo. Shout out to my cousin Bo, my cousin Adam, T, Marquise, Linda. Like, but there's other people that wanna throw shade and put things in. Your name won't be mentioned. We don't think about you. You think about us because you worried about what we doing over here down in the great state of Texas. And we doing a lot, but not thinking about you. But anyway, had to get my shots out. So, and this is like nice little for one person, if unless you, I don't know. I don't want to say because there's a since like one person if you a girl. I don't know if this or you know if you going for a day or so, but when I went back home, nah, this wasn't gonna cut it because I came back home with gate sauce and Kansas City roll stuff and cheap stuff, all of it. But anyway, so nice little space, decent enough. Well, even then, I can see like if I'm going on a short trip and I don't plan on bringing nothing back, possibly. I could see me putting like 2 pairs of shoes and 4 outfits and my stuff that I need to take care of myself while I'm there. But anything like, and like I say, it got to be a short trip. It can't be like a, you know what I'm saying, like trip. And even then, my trip was short going back home, but because I hadn't been home in like, well, it was like 4 years because I went back in my grandma's funeral and that was in 19. But me and my family drove. But yeah, that was like in 19. So I hadn't been there since, and that was 2023. Sorry, y'all. So yeah, good 4 years. I hadn't been back, and anytime I go back home, because I love Kansas City. I'm gonna tell y'all that. Like I love Kansas City. I don't care where you from. Like Texas is my home state, so I like it's Texas through and through. But as far as my home city, it's KCMO, not KC Kansas. Shout out to the Kansas people, but it's KCMO 816, and I love my city. I don't care nobody say like that's it. But every time I go back, yeah, I'm bringing a whole bunch of stuff, doing a whole lot. Oh look, and I didn't even see that. Okay, so they got the little. Or hold on, let me see y'all. Is this the thing? But oh, I might have told y'all wrong earlier. Because I was looking at the thing online and it was showing something. I thought yeah, but I think it comes through. So here it has the USB. You know what I'm saying? Like, how that go? Got the USB so you can charge stuff and do what all you need to do if you're at the airport waiting on these crazy ass people that told you to go to this gate, told you to go to that gate. You see me. You see I'm looking confused. Help me. Let me say, help me, airport staff. You see I'm confused. But anyway, okay. I'm gonna back it up. But yeah, this is, got enough compartments and all that good stuff in there. Yeah, this is a nice little maybe two counter day trip. But like I said, well, really, because I was, again, because we like to make sure that we're prepared and waiting for them to get stuff right. And when you're sitting there in that airport, and then they have like little sockets and stuff like that, but then everybody be crowding that, so you gotta like fight to a sense. But Lonnie said, how is it living outside of your hometown? Oh well, I mean, I say it, and I tell people like this. Kansas City is my home city as far as I haven't lived in any other city other than Kansas City. So that's my home city. But Texas is home. I was born in Texas. Out of any other places I've lived in Texas the most. So Texas is home. But like I said, Kansas City is my home city. I'm gonna rip that to the death of me. I put some T-Pain on my book. But I put it like this. And they doing a lot of work, man. The Chiefs winning, and shout out to that Texas boy, Patrick Mahomes. They are winning and doing a lot, so it's more money coming into the city, and they doing a lot of building up and trying to put a wall over the city park, because they don't want y'all seeing it. They don't want y'all seeing the hood in the sense, basically. They don't want you, so they doing a lot of building. Why everybody moving out the hood and going where they telling. But I love Kansas City. I do. But city life just ain't. I love country life. Let me put it like that. I don't want to say it's like city life ain't for me because I live in it. But I love Texas, and I love living out in the country of Texas. I love country, period. Like my mom was a Mississippi girl, so when she used to take us in Mississippi, I love being in Mississippi because I love the part of Mississippi that she was from, and so I love that country lifestyle. Like I think I told y'all before, like I have a little arch now, but I don't have a lot of arch because I used to run around barefooted all the time outside, and like I love the country life. I do. I love living out in the country. I love all of that. So, but when I go back home, I love being home. Like I love being home, and anytime I go back home, I'm feeling comfortable at being home. I'm feeling like I maneuver in the streets as if I never left. And Dallas, I will say, Dallas is one of the Texas cities that, if for whatever reason that I did move or have to move, like if I move to Dallas, there's like it's gonna be career wise, like offer career wise for me to have to move to Dallas or any city, honestly. But I feel comfortable in Dallas, like being back in Kansas City. Like I feel good roaming the streets in Dallas. When I go back to Austin, I've been to Austin plenty of times. I don't like Austin. Well, let me not say that. I don't like the city life of Austin. Like I don't like how their city streets are, and none of that. I don't like. It's like too confusing. Like I was trying to get. Like anytime I go to Austin, let me tell you this. Like I said, Austin is an hour away from me. Anytime I go to Austin, I always leave like anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour early, just to give me time on the fact that I know I'm probably gonna have to bust this or turn around, because the way that their streets are, I don't like how their streets are in Austin. So yeah, that's my issue with Austin. I just don't like the way their streets are. But I like Austin as far as when I go looking for concerts or things like that, I'm always going to check to see whoever, if I want to see if they're going to Austin first. So, oh, hey Randy. And then I'll check Dallas. If they're not in Austin, then we check Dallas. But and a lot of people come through, and I mean, and look, I'm gonna tell y'all, like, there's a lot in Austin. There's a lot things that they have going on. It's a good city as far as like, I don't think it's like garbage. Like I didn't want to come that across because it's Texas, so we doing Texas all day. I would never speak that in vain, but and they have a lot of good stuff going down there. So like I said, when I'm doing concerts or any activities, I take my kids down there for different type of things. You know, I like that of Austin, but just driving in the streets of Austin is like, ugh. But when I go to Dallas, I'll be like, feeling like I'm back in Kansas City for real. So I like Dallas on that sense. I've been to Houston twice, And first time it was like a ride through. We was picking up somebody, and then the second time I went with my sister and we went to the game. And getting to NRG Stadium, it was like direct from when you getting off highway. There's not too much that you don't have to like move around in Houston to get to that stadium. It's not that far getting off the highway, so I didn't really, and I'll be honest, I didn't really want to look around Houston. Nothing against Houston at all, because it's Texas and we dare not speak Texas in vain. But I love my country life of Texas. I really do, and I go to the city when I have to. So yeah, that's really what it's about. I like being a country girl. So that's, and I love going back home to Kansas City. I'm telling you, when I go back, like, I'm feeling like KC Mo Lexus when I'm going back 816. Look, you know what I'm saying? I feel that way. But they be doing too much. Look, let me tell y'all. So look, some years ago before I had kids, I went back home. And when I usually go back home, my aunt didn't do it this time, but usually when I go back home, I always get my hair, I always get highlights. And so I was going to my aunt, going to the shop that my aunt work at. Shout out to my aunt Kim, I love you. And man, these fools had a high speed race. No, not even say race, but they was trying to get away from the cops. And let me see. Sorry, y'all. Okay, so said I've only ever been to Dallas and Fort Worth. I mean, like I said, I like Dallas. Out of all the Texas cities, I feel like moving around in it and operating in Dallas, I like moving around Dallas better than any other city. But so I'm going to the shop. Man, these fools, I think it was like 51st Street all the way, because I think my aunt at the time the shop she was out, it was like 70 on 71st or something. So I think it was like 20 blocks, like, with the cops. And I think they were shooting this all that, man. And I was like, golly. And I remember, no, yeah, they were shooting because I had parked. I had to park. I couldn't park exactly where the shop was because they were out there that the crossing tape and everything. And they were like, "Oh no, you can't park over here because this is basically like a crime scene." And I said, "Okay." And they getting the bullet shells and all that stuff. And I was like, "Look, this where I gotta get back to Texas because I go home to Kansas City and I'll be loving it." And I had that moment. It be that moment, and it happened right before I went to go get my hair did. Like I was like, I be sitting there like, I miss Kansas City. And I had that moment like, maybe I should come back. Maybe I should come back home. And then I'd be like, going to get my hair done. And they pop, 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 pop. And I'd be like, oh, no. I gotta go back. Because the type of shooting that I'm used to in Texas is shotguns. Because my neighbors are practicing shooting and stuff like that. This country, like, they shooting the birds and they hunt. We're not just shooting. I got to get back to Texas where they just shooting stuff with a mean. But anyway, yeah. And I think, my youngest sister, she lives in Dallas. So, and it's so funny. She got on her Instagram. She, I think, was she at the Fort Worth? But she's she works for Walmart, and sometimes she goes between different stores.
Whoa, I like your room.
I bet you do. Goodbye. Go finish watching Elemental. Yeah, go get your Lunchable. There's a Lunchable in there.
Okay.
Thank you. But I can't remember if she was at the store in Fort Worth. But I know, like, Kurt Franklin, he's from Fort Worth area. And my sister is a manager, and she go manage different stores throughout that area. And sometimes they even send her to, like, I know a couple of months ago she went to Oklahoma, and she was out there at their store. But But yeah, so and she was at this wasn't her main store, and Kirk Franklin came in looking for something, and she helped him, and they took a picture or whatever together. But yeah, so Dallas, yeah. If you do, I think who was that said that comment? But hey, like I said, Austin is fun. Like I said, I don't like driving in Austin. That's my thing. I just don't like driving. Is the way that the streets are set up is just like, do you want me to get there or not? I mean, I want to get there, but do you want me to get there, Austin? And Austin is the capital of Texas. A lot of people don't know that. I think a lot of people think Houston or Dallas is. It's not. It's Austin. A1 since day one. But yeah. And Austin is nice. If you like, especially like if you like, they have a lot of good parks, and there's a nice art scene down there. Art scene as far as not just like paintings and that type of art, but music too. Like the South by Southwest is in Austin. A lot of different celebrities are in Austin. Like it's one of those type of cities. So um, like I said, I don't know too much about Houston. I know the Rockets. I know the Texans and the Astros, but I don't speak about the Astros because I don't like the Astros because they cheated. Anyway, probably some of my Texas people gonna come at me. Don't come at me. Nah, come at me. I don't care because I'm a Royals fan. Anyway, so yeah, so we did the suitcase. We did the little grab the mic. You know what I'm saying? Because I got what it takes to right now. Right, yeah. And then if y'all see my outfit, my little two-piece, got my thing. Look, y'all see they had this little crease in here. I was like, yo, is this? I thought it was a tag. Like I was like, is it got this on that? But yeah, nice little short. This is supposed to be apricot. And I was like, and I wanted to wear my heels with it. But going back up. Cause I think I told y'all before, if you've been watching my episodes, that I like a good like versatile outfit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, look here. That's what look. He wanted to watch Spidey and Friends. He would watch Spidey and Friends forever. I'm like, bro, like watch other stuff. Like you seen all of Spidey. They ain't came out with a new season. And I told him, I said, try because I don't know. Maybe I have to set it a certain way, but after the episode goes off, like he's always asking me, "Mommy, can you turn it to the next episode?" And I'm thinking like the next one is automatically gonna come up. Maybe I need to go in the settings. But I told him, I said, "You ain't doing all that. You know, saying all the Spider, like all of Spider-Man, uh, into the Spider-Verse, across the Spider-Verse, Spidey and Friends, Spidey and Friends short, Peter Parker, Venom. I don't know. He done seen them. Oh, I was like, boy, why? Like, watch something different. But you got it, cause I can't even blame you. I watched SpongeBob for years, and I can watch any like legit. You put SpongeBob on, I can sit there and still watch it now, and just watch it. But yeah, so got this little short outfit. It's supposed to be like a little tracksuit. Supposed to be apricot. You know what I'm saying? Got a little, you know what I mean? Got some pockets. You know, girls like pockets and all that good stuff. And look, y'all, this is a medium. And it fit me nicely. And then one thing that I like about a lot of these shirts, because I got my little tattoos and I like showing those. So I can get tattoos to be covered up. And yeah, these are musical notes. They're in the shape of a heart. Because look, I'm a music person. I'm an art person. I love music. So I like this. I was like, look, I'm telling y'all, because I look, I don't need no reason. But the way that this track suit is, like, you can wear some nice little slides or flats, or even like some sneakers, like if you wanted to. But I wanted to wear my heels. Like I was like, I don't know, the color just didn't seem to be matching. These are supposed to be apricot as well. So, or maybe from afar, like, because they'll be on my feet. And from afar, they might kind of go, but I like these. And I mainly was thinking, I was like, oh yeah. And this is cute. Like, legit can wear some heels with it or anything. I love a versatile suit like that because it's always like, do you like my hair better up or down? That's how I feel when I'm going through outfits, and I'm like, am I wearing some heels with this outfit, or am I going to wear some flats or some sneakers, whichever one. But the options are endless. That's how we do it. As a woman, I need no excuse to wear heels. I need no excuse to look good. Cause I'm a lady. We can do it like that. Speaking of, so if y'all saw, you know what I'm saying, my title is called Homemaker. Shout out to Harrison Butker. Man, I don't know if y'all saw it, but it's been, circulating around as far as his comments at Benedict College. I think it's Benedict College, which is a Catholic college. I'm thinking so. Yeah, it's Catholic. So, and he played for the greatest football team right now. And look, side note. So, like I said, they have the Rabbit Fest, and we was out there and with my daughter for her games and stuff like that. And my car, I have like they call them the presidential flags. Like little, if you see them like on the limos when the president, and they have like the little American flag on the front of the limo. So I have some flags like that, but they're cheap flags. And I have them on my car. They look so cute on my Toyota. I love it. But and so when I come up and they, directing everybody where to park, and I had to show them a pass because they, you got paid to get into the thing, like pay just the park and do all that stuff and attend the festivities. But they were giving the parents that kids are part of the game. They gave us passes just to show, to let them know that that's what we were doing there. But when I'm pulling up and the guy is like, he's like, "Oh, you got this thing on your car. Do you want me to rip it off?" And he was pointing at my flags. I said, "No, sir, no, sir. Like those are the champions. What are we doing? Why are we not liking the champs? I don't understand. Y'all like losers. You have an allegiance to losers that is not like you. Like the winners. What are we doing? Like, and I get that a lot. Especially, look, because I'm a girl and I'm a pretty girl. Hashtag SpongeBob. But men always saying stuff like that to me. Like, oh yeah, yeah. They like, cause I like legit, like I got the presidential flags. I got the decals. My back license plate has the back-to-back Super Bowl champs on the back. You know what I'm saying? Baby, we real about this. Like, and I tell people a lot of times, given the history, the Chiefs were the Dallas Texans. Oh, look. When I went to Houston for the game, and it was not last year, but the year before. When I went to Houston when they played the Texans, I had my kid's aunt made this sign for me. I gave her all the stuff, and she's incredible, like artist as well as far as drawing things like that. And she made this sign for me, and it had the original Dallas Texans logo on it, because that's what they were. The Clark family came from Texas, and it said Dallas Texans, and it had the KC symbol on it. And so I was out there in Houston at the NRG Texan Stadium, and I had a sign, and it said the original Texas team, and then I had the KC emblem on it. But yeah, I tell a lot of people that, like, yo, like, if anything, I'm more loyal than anybody, because I've been with my team. Like, they went, not technically, because I wasn't born when they was there, and I wasn't born when they went to Kansas City either. But look, okay, we're not doing semantics, okay? So, yeah. But I tell people that all the time. I be like, yo, that's the original Dallas team, Texan team. You know what I mean? Like, so I got that. But and it was so fun because a lot of people was like, I had that sign, and there was people that wanted to take a picture with my sign. It was like, like I was standing in the stands, and we and my sister, we had, and it was my youngest sister first Chiefs game, and we was like, and I'm out there with my sign, and there was people like, hey, can we take a picture of your sign? I was like, yeah. But yeah, so I tell people that story all the time. Anytime somebody say, especially in Texas, anytime somebody say something about my team, I'm like, wait a minute. Let me give you the facts. let me give you the facts, sir. But and then also because guys, they be thinking like okay, I'm not the okay, I'm Kansas City everything except basketball. When it comes to basketball, I'm Mavs all day. Like I said, I'm Mavs all day. Ain't nobody don't bring. We don't talk about the Spurs. We don't talk about the Rockets. It's Mavs all day. Hey, Embrace. Thank you. For coming through. Grace always showing support. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's Mavs all day. Football, Kansas City. Baseball, Kansas City. See how long that happens because the Royals, I don't know what they, saying been some talk. I don't know what the Royals gonna do. But even if the Royals leave, I guess I just won't have a baseball team because I'm not gonna go to the Rangers. And I'm definitely not about to be in the Houston Astros. Cheaters! Okay? Don't at me. But I'll tell you how I feel. But anyway. So yeah. Everything's Kansas City except basketball. We the Mavs over here. But yeah. Anyway. So going back to the original subject, because I can talk about Kansas City all day, especially Chiefs. All day, every day. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I be talking to some men. Like, I've run in men, like, it be a conversation because they see me in my Chiefs gear, and you know what I'm saying? I be rapping. And they were like, oh, try to, talk with me. Like, oh, da. But I always tell people, and that's what I was saying earlier, like, I'm not the big football fan. Like, I don't watch any other team. Point blank, period. If it ain't about the Chiefs, it ain't about me neither. So I don't watch college, none of that. Like, none of that. Like, no. So, but I know like Chief stuff, like, and I talk Chief stuff because, you know what I'm saying? Andy Reid called me personally. He let me know all what's going on. So I had that relationship. So, you know what I mean? I'm going to talk and I'm going to tell you what it is. So, and when I be talking my Chief stuff, they be like, dang, you know a whole bunch of, yeah, that's my team. Like, that's my team. And so they be thinking like I like, no, I don't. You ain't gonna just be sitting watching football with me. Like, nah, bro. If it ain't about the Chiefs, it ain't about me neither. But like as far as my team's history, like I said, I don't watch, like I won't watch any other team. I'll keep up with stuff like what the Broncos are doing, the Raiders, or the Chargers. I keep up with what they're doing because my team is in that conference in the AFC West. So I be knowing what they be doing when they getting new players, when Chargers got that coach, and Raiders, moved to Las Vegas and all that stuff that was going on. Yeah, like I keep up with all that stuff because they're in our conference, and you know what I'm saying. You gotta know what your opponents are doing. And if I gotta call Andy and be like, hey, they, you know what I'm saying? They, get on it, Andy. But anyway, y'all. Anyway, look, I told you I'm gonna draw back on the cheap top. Not really, cause my man's is a cheap. You know what I'm saying? Harrison Butker. He is a devoted Catholic, and he went to go speak at this college that is a Catholic college. And I like Butker. Like, I'm a Christian. I don't, and there's lately they've been trying to make in a sense the two are the same as far as we all should be believing in the same God, but how Catholicism is and actually just being a Christian, and on our side there's a difference. But he is a devoted Catholic, and even like my man's after he wins the Super Bowl, he's TML, like He's at church. He's not, his teammates, they're in Vegas doing whatever. No, Butker is at church, giving his dues and all that to God, and he's a very thankful man. And I love that about him, that, and along with my quarterback, as far as, well, my quarterback Patrick isn't Catholic, but like speaking on that, like standing on their beliefs as far as, oh, I'm a Christ believer, or I have this belief, I'm a devoted Catholic, and things like that. Like, and he's always been like that. And that's another thing with this conversation, that I'm like, this is something that, as far as him being strong in his faith and what he believes in and talking on that, he's always been like that, always. So he's amongst his peers because he's at a Catholic college speaking to them. These are his peers, right? And everybody want to be in an uproar over what he said at the college. Mind you, again, let me say this: he's at a Catholic college speaking to his peers. What you mad for? Why are you mad about the beliefs that he has, that more than likely everybody in there sitting, unless they were there for the graduation, well, not even saying unless, well, yeah, unless they were family there for whoever was graduating, and they don't have the same beliefs, but they're there to support whoever's graduating. But everybody that's graduating, all the people as far as principal, or what is it called, not principal, dean and all that type of stuff, like, they're all Catholics. So it's like, he's talking, like I said, to his peers, and they sharing more than likely the same beliefs that he has. His speech wasn't for you. If you don't believe in what he believes in, his speech was not for you. Why are you mad? Why the feminists and all these people on the View want to talk about, they gaslighting, on talk about what he was saying, the TML is a cult? It's not a cult. And trying to say she's a Christian, but girl, how you a Christian and you're going against what he's saying, when in the Bible that you should be reading gives some sentiment to what he's saying? But I guess, but we live in an age to where everybody, they want to take a little bit of Christianity, and they want to make the God that we serve from the book of the Bible. They take what they know out of it, all the parts that they like, and then they make a God. Let me say this again: they take all the parts out of the Bible that they like, and they take that and they build their own God. And that's what exactly she's on. I can't remember her name. It wasn't Sunny, because Sunny gets a lot of heat, and a lot of times she's saying things that people don't like. But she, like, straight gaslit, talking about, oh, it's not a cult. It's not a cult. And even then, if you believe that, and being a Christian, which sometimes it's like, you shouldn't be speaking on that, because we still all under one God, and you shouldn't be speaking of your peers, to a sense, of your peers in that way. Because, and hold on, I don't know, if David, did you put the link? Because I wanted that link in the description as far as his speech, because I listened to the speech, y'all. I listened to the clips that everybody was playing, and then I went and listened to the whole speech, and there was nothing in his speech that I was like, why is everybody up in the, like, literally, y'all got y'all panties in a bunch. Like, literally got your panties in a bunch. David, you found it? Okay. He looks so nice. David, I can't hear you. What you say? David.
I didn't say anything yet.
Oh, okay. I thought you was.
Can you
But
hear me?
we can probably, yeah, I can hear you. We can play that later. But he looks so nice. Like I want to seem like I'm listening after a married man, but I like Booker. I think he looks so nice. Yes. But but when I listened to the speech, like what everybody was in an uproar over, I don't understand. Like I really don't because he said nothing that was like I to some extent it feels like women are it's like women are hating the fact that they're women. That's how I felt about it because the way that they was painting his speech, you would have thought that he said that you need to be. Oh, and that's what they were doing is talking about being pregnant and in the kitchen. I listened to the whole speech. He said nothing like that.
But let me ask a question. What was so outrageous that his feet was a problem? I need to know because in case anyone have watched it and somebody can say in the chat what the timestamp is so we can speak over it and think what could be the case because I think what the problem is, remember there was one particular minister was preaching something and they make a clip of a particular
Hmm.
phrase he said, right? And they took it out of context. This happened a couple of years back, and everybody on YouTube was responding to that particular clip. And I was saying it. Let's watch the whole entirety of the video first and put that particular phrase within content. Because the problem with people who get what they call selected outrage, they like to get pissed off on a particular statement within a short period of time, but not look at the whole argument and put within content. I think that's what's going on because people are how you going being
You're right.
snowball.
You're right, bro. You're exactly right. That's what it was. They took one clip and then they added other stuff to it. Like I was on Instagram.
Are you on mute, Alexis? Oh,
Look, yes, my baby came in. You go. Is Elemental still on? Okay, but but yeah, they were adding other stuff to it. He didn't even say what they were adding, but oh, I was on Instagram and I followed DL Hughley, but I don't know if it's him that is putting this stuff on his Instagram and not like an A&R person or assistant or something. But and I was on there and had commented on there because they were talking about, oh, he wants the what is it, the what's that, it's on Amazon I think, but the Maiden's Tale or something like that, and they had that the picture of her in that cloth and KC on the front of it. He said nothing like that thing. You know what I'm saying? Like if you've seen that any pieces of that series, what he said was not like he didn't say nothing about being barefoot and pregnant. He didn't say nothing like that, but he encouraged, saying like, telling the girls, I know you're excited about to walk to the stage and of your accomplishments, and you're thinking about all the promotions and stuff that you're going to get. But basically his sentiment was, I took it that he was saying, don't get so caught up in that to where you forget that you are a woman, and if you're a wife and you're a mother, and where you should be centered, and which I agree with. I don't, like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't work right
I
now for myself. I work for my
I
children.
I get it. I get it. But here the problem: when you mentioned the thing, oh, he didn't say that you're barefoot pregnant. That was the attack that I was getting for the fact that I'm in my parents from Nigeria, and they quick to assume that, oh, y'all believe to have women be barefoot or pregnant. I'm like, hold up. Do you even take the time out and sit down and ask the person about their ideology and what they really
Mm.
actually believe, or what their upbringing they came from, or what type of fundamental they were taught? Because here's the problem. For the past 2 or 3 years, this something have been made crystal clear. We live in a society that either you call them fake woke, fake outrage, selective outrage, or snowflake, or the simple fact they are highly confused. They don't know what they want. They don't know what they want to acquire in life or what kind of path they want to take. You know what I'm saying? Because is he the one that everybody talking about? He made a particular speech about fundamental. Then what's the problem? Because the moment you leave outside this country and you go to visit any other nation, you find out no one followed the American idea of living.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I mean, but it's the fact that they're mischaracterizing him. He's been bold, and I don't want to put it like he ain't ready for the smoke. He's been bold about standing in his beliefs, and I love that about him. And but yeah, they're just gaslighting and trying to make it seem like he's saying something that he's not, and that is one of the added filter words that they're putting on there. Oh, he just wants you to be barefooted and pregnant. No, but like I said, I don't. The career that I'm in now is for my children. I'm not doing
Hmm.
this type of career because it's about Alexis. I mean, I'm so thankful that this is something that I actually like to do. I actually like to do the work that I do. So it makes it bearable getting up in the morning and going to a job and doing the work for a company because I like the actual work. So if you, but because I'm a mom, my babies are first. I don't, and I'm about to be 38 in September, and my focus is not about me. My focus is about my babies. And that point, what he was saying, like maybe every woman don't need to be a mother. That's the only thing that I can say that I disagree with what he said to a sense that every woman doesn't need to be a mother. I don't think every woman has the right mind frame and character to be a woman. I mean, a
Good.
woman to be not a woman to be a mother. Because if you're set in being selfish and only thinking about you, if you're doing a career saying,
There you
"Oh,
go.
I," not I because we, yeah, you don't need to be a mother. Maybe you need to be career driven. Maybe in that place you'll get that fulfillment.
No,
But
you're correct.
yeah, but man, I love like legit. I love being a mom. I love being a mom. Even in the fact like I wanted to be a wife first, definitely, and I invested into someone that it didn't work out, and I'm
Hmm.
not proud of that. It does sting because I did want that with the person that I was with. I wanted my children with that person. I didn't want to have no other babies with nobody else. Uh, when I got my son, a year after I had him, I got my tube site because, and even then, I got my tube site and I asked the person I was with. I said, "Hey, do you want any more babies? Because I want to get this done. If you're satisfied, in the mind frame that I'm gonna be with this man forever." So I brought it to him to ask him, like, "Hey, what this is what I want to do. Are you okay with that?" Asking him, "Are you okay with that? Because I don't want to have babies with nobody else but you. So if you don't want to do that," and he was like, "No, if that's what you want to do, if you're fine with that, And even then, at the time, he even thought he's like, he's like, "I was reading some stuff, and are you sure that's what you want to do? I don't want to feel like," and I was like, "Nah, that is what I want to do, like." Because I'm a believer in Christ, and I feel like, it's something that I've expressed to people that know me. Like God has put certain things on my heart at a young age, and that stuff has came to fruition. And He put it on my heart, two children. Now, in my dream, I saw a boy and a girl, but God, one of the best quotes that I love and I use a lot of time is that man makes plans and God laughs. So I
Hmm.
honestly, which either way, I had the girl first and then I had my boy. But I still had that. Like I saw that and I got that. And even when he showed me that I was going to get baptized and saved and want to follow him. He showed me all of that. And when it got to the point to where like I don't feel like I could run for that. Like the life that I'm living now, and it's hard being devoted to the sense that there's a lot of temptation, but I don't want to be nowhere else. I don't want to go back to the life that I was living. I don't want to be that Lexus that I used to be. I want to be a woman of God and in the army. In the army of the Lord, man. The life that I'm living now is 100% better than what I was living, and I'm grateful for that.
And
But
that make logical sense because here it is. I did a show almost 2 years ago about burnout, right, in the U.S. and we compared it to other country work environment. I think it's either France or Spain. They gave people 2 hour lunch breaks,
mm,
right? This is something that we did a I did a show on my it's part of my channel, but also my other former co-host channel. We talk about how the American workforce or work environment is not catered to have people to spend more time with their family. We were comparing to the England, we were comparing to France, we were comparing to Spain. One country was giving you 2 hour lunch break, while another country allow you to go home, go for lunch, like between 3 or 4 hours, come back. And I'm like, hold up, how
hold
can
up.
it? The first thing came to my mind, I was like, why I was not told about this in my early 20s? So I can
Mm,
just stack my bread and say, no, let me pack my bag and say, due to the US. Like, real talk, because and they set up their system so that parents can spend more time with their kids and have less violent people. That blew my mind. In the US, all about is working, 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 chase the bag, chase the bag. You chase the bag all you want until what age?
but even then, chasing it for what? You gonna sit in the house by yourself and not have nobody to give it to? You're gonna have all your millions that you cannot take to the grave with you, and you're just gonna sit and what? You're gonna give it to the cat society? I don't know.
Want me to read it?
And
I
yeah,
have
look,
yet to hear
I'm gonna
it.
read it. Marriage, politics, and sports. I have yet to hear a woman who loves her children say that the most joy in her life was another degree or another directive from a boss. That goes for a devoted father as well. Yes, we will.
Facts,
I agree.
facts.
I agree. And and I think, like I said, I just told y'all, I like my job. I do. It makes it bearable to get up in the morning and work for somebody that you that you like the job that you do. And even then, if I'm not performing well, like we went over to corporate. We were under just the hospital and the clinic, and then my department went to the corporate side. So corporate has a
Mm,
different level of things that they want us to complete, and getting used to it, because with this level they got us doing a whole lot of stuff that I wasn't used to doing for 2 years. And in that 2 years I was busting my behind and meeting all my stats. uh I was one of the highest people pushing out and doing production, to where now my numbers were low because they counted their criteria is counted different from the way that it was when we were under the clinic. But I have to arise to the occasion. So things are changing. So I had to figure out other ways and talk to my peers to see what they were doing, and talking to my manager and seeing what do I need to do, or how can I meet the threshold that they want me to meet. And I did all of that because I like my job. And
that
my
makes sense.
job, yeah, and my job help, and I like my job, not only the fact of the work, but I like what I have with my job and how it provides for me to take care of my family.
I think that's one of the biggest trading point when you find a career or find a path that allow you to have more time to spend with your family or impact your kids in a very unique way. This is why I was saying on that show we did 2 years ago on my channel side, we talk about tech, but we talk about how we as men, we burn ourselves out too much. Either we in the field of tech, or we in construction, or we in the police force. Whatever we do, sometimes we don't look out for ourselves. We don't spend time with our kids. Because
Yeah.
I used to see all these old school movies back in the day when the father come home for a regular workout, he spend time in the garage. He have a father and son moment, showing his son the rope of how to be a man, how to change a carburetor, how to check the engine light, do order those kind of things, right? I
Yes.
was seeing that. Today time, you don't see a lot of young boys. I can't call them men yet because they have not really the level of maturity. They don't have the survival tool to do things they need to do. Like, okay, you know how to change the carburetor, you know how to check the engine light, you know how to check the oil pressure, you know how to fill the radiator up, you know how to change the tire, so to speak, you know how to do certain things in case you have to change the light bulb, in case you have some of these survival skills that man supposed to learn things with women.
Yeah.
I remember back in the good old days,
Real quick,
you know,
real quick, real quick. When I went back from that, when I was talking about the story when I was getting my hair done and they were shooting on the street. But I went back home and when my sisters came with me and we was
mm,
about to leave and before we left, I'm checking my air and checking my car and the oil and stuff like that because we're about to drive another 12 hours back. I'm checking all of that. And my aunt Crystal, I love you. Shout out my aunt Crystal. She was sitting on the porch and she was seeing me do all this. And she was like, "Boy, you ain't." And she said her brother's name, my dad was Randy. She was like, "Boy, if you ain't Randy, shall I look at?" And I was like, "Yeah," because my dad taught me all of that. So this is his sister witnessing me go through the things that my father taught me and
mm-hmm,
what to do when we're traveling. Like I said, me and my parents we used to travel back and forth to Kansas City a lot. So my dad's
mm-hmm,
telling me that thing, and then I saw my dad do it before he even had to reiterate to me to do this stuff. So yeah, like man, yeah, not just the sons. Like daddy's got to teach their girls little stuff. Like there's little stuff as a woman that you should know. Like hey, you know it's time to get like I'm the type of person I don't need my check engine light or my oil light to come on for me to know that I probably need to go get my oil changed before time or that I need to go get this and that done with my car
mm-hmm.
because my dad taught me that stuff. But go ahead, finish what you were saying,
But
David.
I'm glad you mentioned that because that was something that so my uncle taught me a lot of these things back in Nigeria. So changing the oil, checking the oil pressure, filling out the radiator to make sure there's water in there, checking everything, and then check the tire pressure.
I'm tired.
Those
Yeah.
were the regular things to do before you drive off your car. And I was like, and when I came back, I started looking at all these young boys. A lot of these people can't do nothing. I'm like, hold up.
And even if you can't do it, at least invest into something that helps you with it. Like I could probably get out there and change my tire and do all that stuff. But no, I invest into what is it? Roadside and all that to if I need help or something happen, I that's what I do.
But
So
these some of the things at equate quality time within the family. It's not only you're spending time with the young one, but you're teaching them, you're showing them the rope, you're showing them the way, doing things, but also you build a unique bond because I find guys from different walk of life who had that same type of quality time. You're on mute. You had a quality time that they told me one in particular told me his father showed him how to work on a car to the point it became a hobby that he actually built cars from ground up. He go buy the old frame and start building customized cars and he sell them. I was like, really? You start showing me the picture. He's like, I don't know. He's the engineer, mind you. He's the technical engineer that work on the phone line for Verizon. But on his spare time, he liked to build cars and he sell them. And his son follow him. And I'm like, where you find the time? He say, well, my job is easy. I don't work like what 3 or 4 days of the week. I have 2 or 3 days to myself, so I can chill with my kid. We have fun. We do all, keyword. It provide a time for him and his family. Do what he needs to do. Today you have jobs and careers that don't allow you to spend time with your family no more. God forbid you have to work 2 or 3 weeks straight. Let me bring that video down. I think you have to remove and pull
hold
up.
on, hold on. Like no, I'm a we gonna do a little break real quick because help my baby real quick, and I'm gonna play. You can play that song until then, so you can go ahead and play that.
You don't know nothing about this. I just made it up. You don't know nothing about this. I just made it up. When I say now we ride, that's Rango. So now you know my name is Lex. Means I'm a rider. Rango, let's go, yo. Oh, and see me. Plant my feet, hold my belt, tip my hat, cause that's how I feel when I do my thing and I do it well. Don't mistake me for nobody but Lex Buffalo. And I'm nice with this thing. At least I think so. And my clip too. But don't get me started. Know this thing like Yosemite and I get you varmint. But right now, I'm Sheriff Lex Rango and this crunchy, creamy candy cookie cupcake. That's what I say to myself when getting money. Or in the mirror, being cute or just spitting rhymes. That's what I do. And I holds it all to be true. When I ask him who he with, he like, with you. And now we ride. And now we ride. And now we ride. And call it Rango. And now we call it Rango. And now we call it Rango. And now we call it Rango. Rango.
Okay, we back. Gotta put it on
Yeah,
some
you know,
music. Now I'm off now. Hey, Rango. but but yeah, like I gotta find it. But or even then, if y'all listen, like I encourage anybody listen to the whole thing. And if you have any feedback or tell me like, nah, Lex, it was da 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 da, like I'm able to engage in conversation. But so look, let me pull up my Instagram, see if it's there.
I think we can come back on this thing on the next week, and we have people come on the panel and bring their view to what they think about what he said, and make sure they write it down because I think when we want to have a intellectual debate or conversation, you have to put out the point. What do you think he said wrong, or why you think was out of place or not out of place? What could be the confusion or the conflict? 'Cause I start to realize, as a nation, I hate to say it, this nation have no moral compass at all. Right? They're completely confused. They don't know what they stand for, what they believe in anymore. We have so many chaotic ideas or point of views that if you were to stand on what you believe in, you consider it to be weird or crazy if it doesn't make sense to one person. But if it's based on a very strong moral compass that have been dated back hundreds or thousands of years, we want to hear that's the old day, this is the new day. We just like, come on. I think that was what the issue is.
Hold on. Uh, So look, and I'm on IG now looking at somebody had made a comment because this is what I put on IG. I said because like I said they showed it, and this is on DL's little thing. That's what they put on there. The handmaiden sale is what I think they said. But so this is my post. Like let's read what I said because I was like, yo, like that handmaiden sale was like y'all doing a lot. You know what I'm saying? Y'all doing a lot. Y'all trying to compare something that is not the same. But oh no, I was trying to where to go, where to go, where's my comment? Okay, so and this guy he's answering somebody else, so I ain't even about to reply to him. Or hold on, let me see. But this is what I posted. I said, there's people literally saying if a man feels like he's a woman. Harrison can feel what he feels. We don't have to like it, but he can say it. So that's what I said. And people on Instagram are like responding with this. Well, if we don't like it, we can say something. You are correct. You can. Just like he doesn't like X, Y, and Z, and he's saying something. That's my point. We all have the right to say whatever, but we don't have to be try to demonize somebody. At least in this instance. Now, if you were on here trying to say some off the wall stuff that is basically not moral and stuff that any other person should be like, what the hell? Then okay. But him basically stating that he feels like that women were told the biggest lie, like all of that resides in your career or in yourself and all this other stuff. Like, that's his belief. That's what he feels. And y'all attacking him. But these are the same people that want to say, no, if he says that he's a woman, you should address him if their pronouns are da 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 da.
Nowadays, you can't call a woman a female. Like that's something's wrong. Like,
I
like
don't know.
seriously.
I still call women females, and I'll say it on this. And anybody that got want to say something, I'll send it. A man cannot be a woman ever. You cannot be a woman ever. You can be someone who has taken the steps to transition to appear as a woman, but you would never be a woman. You would never be an actual woman. If you go get the surgery done and you have to put the little thing in your new formed spot, that's what I'll call it, spot, every day for the rest of your life. You have to put this dilator in for the rest of your life. It's not natural. It's not natural. It's not natural. That's why you have to do that. That's why you have to get other tools to accommodate you in this moment, because it's not natural that you have this spot. And if you have to put a dilator in to make sure that this wound, in a way, will not close up, I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that. I don't have to do any of that. None of that. Hello? So why y'all? So y'all want to be on the side of that, and that's fine. Y'all again, like you just said, bro, David. Oh, you can't call him female. You can't, man. And I'm gonna just say it because I'm gonna be bold in what I do, and I love the Lord, and I'm not gonna let anything stop me from being able to proclaim that and speak truth. The devil is the author of confusion, and in this book of confusion that he writes, he perverts everything. The natural way of, to censor it, I'll say making love, has been perverted by the devil. The natural way in which we're supposed to operate has been perverted by the devil. And when I say perverted, when we look up the actual definition, it doesn't exactly correlate to like, oh, it's nasty. It's just taking something that's natural and making it unnatural in a sense, or trying to take something that's unnatural and make it natural. It's not right. Like, I don't care what nobody says. Like, you can live your life and do what you do and respect to that. Because when I go up, look, where my mic at? Get my mic. When I go up to the upper room where Jesus, where I go, he's not going to say, "Oh, Alexis, well, you didn't say that man who identified as a woman was a woman." He's not going to say, "Well, Alexis, what you did and this and that, I'm I'm accountable for some things that I say, if it's not in line with what God has set out as being the word and what is law, I'm accountable for that. But I'm not accountable for your perversion. I will not be held accountable for that. I will not. And that's another thing that I like. Man, God is so good because I've been in circles with people, and like recently, I known this. Her son and my daughter went to school together. They moved like last year, and I pick up a certain sentiment from her from being around her. But because I feel like God has given me the light to where when I walk in the room, I don't fear nobody. I don't fear nobody. And a lot of times when I'm in the presence of people, I bring that spirit with me of being a person of light to where she stated it like, and as far as her beliefs, and I told her, I said, I picked up the sentiment with you before, and I didn't let that keep me from being like, oh well, since you don't believe, nah. And I think I'm called to be in those spaces and to show them, like, when people ask me certain things or they like looking at me how I'm doing things, man, it ain't nothing but God, yo. It ain't nothing but God. I can't even give you the answers. I can show you, like, well, honestly, I can show you the answer, but baby, if I show you the equation, you gonna be like, how in the did you get to that? And I'm gonna be like, it ain't nothing but God. It ain't nothing but, I don't even know how I got there. It ain't nothing but God. Me, and he holds me accountable in a lot of things. Like, and man, he's so good. And I be wanting to, I hope that for everybody, they have that accountability. Like, even in like my stance on men in this YouTube space making videos dogging women, mainly black women, talking about, oh, this and that and the third. I'm in the spaces sometime and I talk my truth, but I mean, I don't need you holding me accountable. And then at the same time, it's like, why do you think that a regular human like me, that sins like me, that messes up like me, that falls like me, where do you think that you are in this position where you can hold me accountable for my faults? And I'm not holding you accountable for yours. A lot of yours I don't even know. Just because, and I say this all the time to people, you could have did things the right way as far as getting married, having kids, doing all that type of stuff. You your life's still not gonna be perfect. Still, things are not gonna be perfect. You're still gonna have to go through trials and tribulations, or you're still gonna have to go through life. If you don't want me to say trials and tribulations, just in case you don't believe, whatever that you go through in life, you're gonna go through in life. Even if you're married, even if you had the kids, and after you was, man, you still gonna go through stuff. You are not exempt from life. You're not. So just because you went this path, and that's good, because I believe in family and I wanted that. I did, like, legit, David, when I announced that I was about to have my first child, my cousins back in Kansas City, they were like, dang, about time, because I hadn't had a baby yet, because I didn't like, I just was not ready for a child. And at the same time, I wanted to be married to the person that I had children with. And not only that, like, let me tell you my belief. I'm not the one. I don't believe in necessarily having to go to the actual courthouse or getting the state involved to an extent, um, because me getting married is between me, the man, and God. So if I don't go to the courthouse and do all that stuff, or even if I choose not to, get the documentation, me doing that in front of God in His presence is enough for me. I don't feel like I need to go have a big wedding and all of that. And that's another thing. Like, I've always been different from my peers to an extent, because I remember being a little girl and being with my girlfriends when I was younger, and I remember us talking about marriage. And I was always the one, like, my friends, they would draw like dresses, and they were like, "Oh, I'm gonna have this beautiful dress." Like the girls that I was talking to, I was younger, like probably below the under 13, because we talking about stuff like that, just wanting to have a beautiful wedding and what our wedding was going to have and our dresses, like. And I would engage with my friends, but I would always be like, I don't care about the dress. I want a nice house. I want a husband that has a great job, and I'm gonna be out. I would talk stuff like that. I'm gonna be at home taking care of my babies, and I'm gonna do this at the house, and me and the kids are gonna do this. And then when my husband comes home, we're like, that's the stuff that I talked about amongst my friends when we had those conversations. My mind was always on, I don't care about that wedding dress. I don't care about the wedding. I care about the marriage. Even as a young girl, and I don't even, and I'll put it like this. I saw, like, my cousins, especially in Kansas City, a lot of our parents were married. My parents were married. So that's what I saw. I saw marriage from the inside as far as being in the house. So when I thought about, oh, and not to throw shade at any of my friends, because they had, both parents in the home and stuff like that, but it was like, I'm in the middle of the marriage with my parents, for the fact that I'm in this house with two married people and this family. So that's what I saw. So that's what I wanted. When I thought about marriage, that's what I thought about, because I'm in here, a legit product of my environment. My environment was a marriage. So I didn't see my parents get married. I didn't see the dress that my mom had on and none of that. I didn't, but I saw the marriage. I saw mom cooking. I saw my mom. And another thing, my mom worked. Both of my parents worked. But I saw my mom work. I saw her make dinner. We had dinner every night. She made meals for us every night. I saw a marriage. So when I wanted that, when I said, like, talking to my friends, they talking about the dresses and how they were going to have this bouquet. And I wanted the marriage. I talked about having a nice house. I talked about having a good husband and having great children. That's what I talked about, because that's what it should be. And the fact that Harrison Butker, he said it, he even to the sense when he said, you've been told the greatest lie. Like, man, and especially with our women, because it's high amongst our women. No marriage and all of that. I'm a part of that. No marriage, no men in the house, and I ain't gonna say, look, because my children's father is in their life. So, like, the greatest lying trick, especially in our community, they try to make us feel like, oh, you don't need to be that. You don't need. No. Why don't you want a husband? Why don't you want marriage? But if you don't, say that. And I have a lot of respect. I was on a panel the other night, and girl talked about they didn't want that, and I have respect that they're able to articulate they don't want that and why they don't want that. I have so much respect for women that can do that. I have respect. I know some women that straight like, girl, I want no kids. I want to think about me. Straight telling me that they don't want no kids. Even with them being married, because they want to think about themselves. Yeah, it might sound effed up, but at least they can admit that. It's some of y'all that don't want to admit that. It's some of y'all that are playing the game, acting like y'all want to make us feel like we're wrong for what we're thinking, instead of just being like, hey, I respect that that's what you want. You're a grown up, you can want what you want. I'm not knocking what you want, just don't knock what I want. Just, that's all. Even then, I'm going, look, people still making comments and replying to my posts that I made, to my comment under the post about, and the ignorance of people, because I'm reading this and people are like, well, if we don't like it, we can say something. I didn't say that you couldn't. I literally started the sentence with, if a man can say that he feels like a woman and he's a woman, then he should be able to say how he feels. That's exactly what I said. Like, yo, if you can say whatever you want, Whoever posting and comment, look, I don't want to be petty, but I should bring up their name and state it out. Like, if you want that, that's fine. If you don't, if you disagree, if you feel like that's not the road to go, you can state that, and then we move on. You don't have to try to demonize him. Like I saw people trying to pull up. Are you gonna, like, doing videos? Are you gonna mention, talk about the man that you used to sneak around with in college and have? What does that have to do with anything? Even if he did, even if he did, he's not doing it now. And that's another thing that pisses me off about people. Not just like in the internet, but in life, period. Like, even the father of my children, sometimes he'll try to bring up something of my past. And I don't think I had a horrible past, but as if because I went through that or I did that years ago, I can't change and be doing something different now. The seed that we planted turned into a tree, and that tree had leaves, and along with the leaves, it bears fruit. A lot of y'all, the people that want to cuss out the seed, how dare you turn into a tree? How dare you change for the better? How dare you be a seed and bring forth fruit for people to eat and to thrive in their life? How dare you do that, seed? That's how y'all are a lot of times. A lot of people feel like you can't change. Or that as if there's a limit on change. Like, yeah, you can change as far as if you want to be a man that turned into a woman. But I can't change as somebody that probably did date women and then decided not to date women anymore. I could have went to jail, got on the program, got out, doing things to where I could be better in life. But that's how they treat people. That is the same thing. Like, almost like, and I hear and understand like inmates, and as far as like when they get out and when people have that correlation, like they go back because they get out trying to do better and nobody wants to give them a chance, as if that mistake defines who you are. The mistake of whatever you did to get put in jail, because people do. I don't want nobody trying to turn and act like, oh, she's saying it's a mistake if you're. No, I'm not. Nor am I agreeing. I'm just not saying it on this platform. But you can change. You can get better. And even if you did something and you choose not to do it anymore. You want to judge people off of what they used to do. Even if you didn't even know that they used to do that. You met the changed person, and then you find out they used to do that, and you want to demonize them for doing that. They changed. I thought that was the point of things. Like, you change. No one is ever going to be the same 100%. You shouldn't be. You should not want to be the same person you was at 24 when you're 34. You shouldn't be wanting to be the same person that you was at 34 when you're 44. You should be changing. You should be growing. You should be evolving, man. And it's so crazy that people want to demonize people for that. That's crazy that you want to demonize people for changing and making a different decision. Then at the same time, y'all demonize people for not changing. Like, y'all got to pick one. Like, nah. But then again, that's this world. The devil is the author of confusion, and that's what he's doing right now, confusing everybody and to make you feel like that you cannot change, that you have to stay that same way. However, if you want to change from a man to a woman or a woman to a man, you can do that, but don't change to be better. Don't do that. How dare you be better? But if you want to get a dilator for the rest of your life, where's the fun? I'm telling you, I would never. Baby, I'm so happy I ain't got to do that. So I ain't got to lube it. Nothing. I ain't got to do none of that. You got to do that for the rest of your life. What's the fun in that? Like, you change from being a man to be a woman to have continuous doctor. Not even a man to be a woman to be a man. You are a doctor's patient for life, not because you're unhealthy and things like that. For life. And they mad because Harrison Booker talking about that's the biggest lie. Along with the biggest lie and scam is that they done made a lot of y'all forever patients. Forever patients. Don't mess around and fall on hard times and you ain't got no insurance. Once y'all go holler at them same people, ask them, hey, can you pay for my hormones and all that stuff? Cause I need my hormones. Go ask them, see if they'll pay for it when you fall on hard times and all that stuff. But anyway, because I wanted to talk about the girl, because she unfriended me on Facebook, and I was just like, we've been on Facebook like friends for a minute, like due to our kids, but it was like I didn't unfriend her. I don't have a problem. There's people on my Facebook that are non-believers or believe in another type of God to an extent. But I don't demonize none of them. I speak my truth and why I feel like that my God and my side of the religion is better. But I don't have to speak that in hate. I don't have to speak that in as far as demonizing you. Like I should be showing you how and why. Anything, dang, Alexis, you just go about life like, yeah, you know why? Because it's God. It's God. And even in about like the girl that I was on Facebook about, and I was telling her, I was like, a lot of times, like I think people get so wrapped up in religion, like, oh, I don't like the church. Well, the church is just a building. You don't like the people in that building. That's what it is. But you not liking it. Like I'm telling you right now, like I'll go to another church before I let anybody in the church make me feel some type of way or make me feel like God ain't God. Nah. And it makes me question your strength in having belief. If people act in a certain way, because these are humans. They're humans. They're not perfect. And it's kind of messed up that the world puts us on a pedestal as being Christians and Christ believers when there's nothing that tells you that we are. There's nothing in the Bible that says that we're like that we're going to be perfect and that we're going to be like we need God because we're not perfect. And so like she had made something about the church and was like, oh, the church, they do this and that and all this other stuff. And I was like, what church I was like, well, let me tell you something. I don't go to church because of my religion. Because of my religion, I go to church. So like, let's not, correlate the two. Like I'm worshiping the church, because I'm not. I worship God. And it's a requirement to have community, which that's what the church provides. Community and fellowship. That's what the church is there for. And also teaching. Because God doesn't, if you don't understand what he's saying, he don't want you to lean on his understanding. When he said men should not lay with men, he didn't say, oh, except if you transition from a man to a woman, then that's cool. He said y'all should not lay with another man. But that's something to where why the church is important, because God doesn't want you leaning on your own understanding, because when we lean on our own understanding, we leave a door open for the devil to manipulate. And that's a manipulation right there with that example. Like, oh, well, no, bro, he said at all. But I did tell her that, because I was like, yo, I don't go to, church because, I mean, my religion, because of my religion, that's why I'm at the church. Like, nah. And I will move around to another church before I let anybody in that space make me feel like God ain't who he is. You will never never make me feel that way. I won't. But the fact, like I said, I feel like some people are weak in their faith, or sometimes they in a prosperity gospel. Like, and I don't even understand that, because God tells you that in this life you will be persecuted, especially picking up your cross and following him. It's not. And even then, I'm seeing that with my kicker. You are going to be persecuted for your beliefs. That was told to us. That was told to us. But he didn't say, because you're going to be persecuted, if you want to kind of be like, oh, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. Or I don't believe in one God. Like, Nah, but I've never like I said, and that's another thing about being in tune with the spirit. Like nobody makes me feel like I said, me and her were friends. I've been to her house when they were moving. When the kids came by to wish them off luck, she had asked me. She was like, "Hey, can you slide by there and make sure this is?" I did my drive by for like you know what I'm saying. Nothing made me feel like, but I make you feel like because I'm standing in my truth, and there's only one truth. So when I'm standing in my truth, I'm talking about the truth in which God has laid out. That makes you feel uncomfortable. That I'm not wavering to that. Nah, I'm not. I'm not. But and I was kind of like, dang, like I know we was like that, but I told her, I said, yo, I knew this was your smoke, but it's never kept me. I've never been mean to you. I never said, oh, you worship the devil. Wish you do. Uh, I never said anything like that, but hey, when light gets to the dark, it's hard for look the dark start to running when the light comes out. You know what I'm saying? So she did that, and that was kind of sad because I was like, dang, like these people, these same people like that try to act like we're so just non-negotiable. We don't care. We're just it's everything. But they're the most hypocritical. They're the most demonizing. Like all the stuff that like even the community try to put on Christians and other people like y'all what's so y'all just banished us. Y'all treated us like this and that. Ironically, that's what they're doing to us now. Y'all treating us how y'all said it was messed up that how we treated y'all. That's what y'all doing. Y'all treating us like how y'all said y'all didn't like to be treated. I can't say anything about my religion. I can't. It offends you, and that's what I said on my Instagram. I feel like a lot of people just want to be offended because being offended is a bag nowadays. Like straight up, you be offended and you put somebody because they trying to call for the Kansas City Chiefs to release Butker because of this. Some and mind you, something that he did on his time. And I ain't gonna get in. I'm not gonna go into the Colin Kaepernick all the way. Colin Kaepernick was doing that while he was at work. While he was at work. My kicker is doing this on his time at a Catholic college with people that should have the same ideas as him. And y'all want to talk about release him? What? Nah, we ain't releasing. We're not releasing the championship kicker. We're not releasing the championship kicker. Not doing that. Not for you. You gonna kick in the Super Bowl for us? No, you're not. I need Butker. When we need a kick, I'm looking for Butker number 7. Bring him out. Hey, Andy, bring him out. No, but anyway, I'm sorry, baby. I wasn't calling you, my bad. I did not. I said Andy, not Malcolm.
Well, my friend Steffi, I was doing this. You're doing this. Well,
Oh no, I didn't.
I heard you trying to say that.
He said I was trying to say that. Did I say? Did I sound like I was? Nah. But yeah. So and also, hats off to the Clark girls, because they even trying to attack them because Kansas City ain't said nothing, which I don't understand why y'all want them to say something. His beliefs is not aligned with whatever the NFL believes. That's apparent. And again, he was doing this on his personal time, not on NFL time, with his personal time. So, Gracie Clark and her mom, not Norma, but I forgot her name. But the Clark girls are standing by Bunker as I am. That's why I said earlier, aka the kickstand, baby, because I stand with my kicker. Ooh, wordplay, I wasn't ready. But anyway, so the Clark girls are standing along with Harrison Butker that he can speak like his ideas and all of that. And these are women that got money. Like Gracie she was just born with $1 million in the bassinet. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're supporting him. Like, oh yeah, Why did y'all think other? And then there's women mad that there's women supporting him. There's women mad that there's other women that agree. That's crazy. That's what I'm talking about. This world, like, you mad because, like, y'all want to. I don't want to be like you. I love you, and I like how you do what you do. But I'm Alexis, and I love being Alexis. But y'all all want us to be the same. Y'all all want us to for you, even if we don't agree. And there's some stuff that I won't, let my agreements keep me from giving you your praise. But there's some things where it is gonna keep me from giving you your praise. Like, but I think that's crazy. And I really would encourage y'all to actually listen to the whole speech. Like I said, it should be in the description. Y'all can listen to the whole speech. And this man, he gave a beautiful speech, standing in his truth, talking about it, man, talking about his wife. Like, man, y'all crazy. I'm gonna tell y'all that y'all crazy for trying to demonize this man, for having his belief, trying to make it seem like, he's saying that women should. No, he didn't say that. He was making the point to saying, women, I know y'all are out here. No, sir. No. No, you just want to be in the camera. Talk about, I want to hug. Go.
Hey, is somebody's birthday?
No, it's not. But anyway, what was I at? Okay. He was saying what I got from it was, and again, I want to keep saying this. He's at a Catholic college now. Basically, the sentiment that I got, even though you're graduating with these degrees and you're going to get these great jobs and all of that, don't let that take you from understanding your role as a woman and potential wife and a potential mother. Don't let that keep you from being in your place or you're in your lane. Man, I'm telling really listen, because he broke it down, and that's what he said, in your lane. He even talked about him staying in his lane. But man, and I agree. You can have, because I saw my mom working a job, and she worked a job that she loved, and came home, was a wife, was a mom, coming to when I had performances and showing up for my sisters, and then when they had stuff going on, and still working and still making us nice meals and still doing what I think that she was doing with my dad. Like, I ain't saying, but I'm just saying, I imagine that she was being what she was supposed to be on that end as well. Because my dad, and even then, my dad doesn't want to get married now because he's like, nah, I don't think I'm gonna find someone like your mom, so I might as well just like. So I think that was a good point for the ladies. As far as you're graduating from college, you're going to get hopefully a successful career, and you can enjoy your career and be a great woman in whatever that you do, and then have children, and also understand the concept that you have children and you're a mother, and don't let that job, that as soon as something happened to you, they gonna move on from you, even if you make them all they millions, even if you the CEO passes, that company is going to keep moving and doing what it does, and something happens to you at that company where you're not able to perform your duties anymore, they're going to move on do what they does. That's what they're going to do. So don't let that keep you from the original lane that you're supposed to be in. If you don't want that, then that's fine. That's fine. His speech wasn't for you then. That's not what you wanted. That speech is not for you. But I really want y'all to listen. YouTube at the for that, and I would have to put my thing in to kind of track it. But I'm encouraging y'all to listen to the whole speech and to hear what he said, because it was a very a very beautiful speech that he did. And the fact that they're trying to demonize him for encouraging ladies to do something that this world is trying to take them from. You know what? That's probably what it is. They're mad that he's encouraging ladies to be in their role because they want someone who had to transition into a lady to be the real ladies. They trying to take man, they trying to take so much from y'all and y'all ain't even seeing it. And it's sad. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. We've been on here for 2 hours, you know what I'm saying? Go play with my baby, go put him in the headlock. You know what I'm saying? Because I love him. But I might. But me and my son, we play. I had to give him and also show him, like, hey, mommy's a girl, so you can't be so rough with mommy. He understands because and his sister, because he's a little boy. And that's what, like, I hate that argument. They try to make it seem like we're all the same and there's no difference. There's difference because I have a 4-year-old son. He about to be 5. He eats as much as his 9-year-old sister. He does have a little strength with him to where his own sister is like, Trey, because he's a little rough, because he's a boy. There is a difference. But I'm trying to look right back because I'm going to keep going with y'all. That topic just, and even then, because it's my kicker, man. Like I said, people be hating on the champs. It's probably conspiracy. Lamar Jackson, did you try to get me? It even is so crazy. I'm gonna say this. So I came across this article again. Like I tell you, I keep up with my opponents, and the Chargers are gonna try to make some dig at him with this video showing their kicker in the kitchen cooking or something, which is stupid because just because you a man doesn't mean you can't cook. Like, so I don't even know why they did that, but Chargers do Charger things. I'm sad for y'all. That's why y'all will never have a Super Bowl ring. Anyway, yeah, they really hating on us. It might all just be a conspiracy. That's now I'm going in conspiracy mode. Maybe they really trying to kick the Chiefs off of the top. Pun intended. They really trying to. I got myself up. Shout out to Harrison Butker. They really trying to kick us off the top, yo. They trying to find anything to give us no. Look, I don't want to say it, but because all the stuff that's going on around that name, I don't want to say it, but I mean, to a sense, can't stop, won't stop. Oh man, ladies, give y'all my final thoughts and wrap it up. If you don't want to be a homemaker, you don't have to be a homemaker. You don't. If you want to have a career and all that type of stuff, and if that's your lane, that's where you feel like you want to be in, then do that, and I hope you be the best at it. But don't, with me giving your flowers in that, don't be hypocritical to where you can't give me my flowers and what I want to do. That I want to be a homemaker. I made like my home for my family. When I looked for a house for me and my family, I was looking for a home for me and my family. When I'm on the vine looking at things, I think about my family. And I think about my home when I'm on there getting things. I think about my home because I want to have a good home for my children. For my children. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with me wanting to have a good home for my children? What's wrong with me wanting that? I don't bash you or feel like you're messed up for wanting what you want. If you want that, I want you to have it. I'll pray for you to have it. But respectfully, let me have my home. Let me have my home. It's good to have a good home. And not saying that you can't. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that you can't be a homemaker, even if you do have the career. Because we are. She is? Okay. We're doing what we do as far as in this world, because a lot of times you do need a two-parent household to maneuver in this life period. Both parents need to be working if you're going to have that household. But yeah. So, and that's another thing, like the Booker speech. I can understand we all want that, but as far as mom being able to be at home, and then there are statistics. A lot of women that had children would rather be at home than working, but they don't want y'all to know that. But anyway, yeah, if you want that, you can have that. I just want everybody to be respectful that we all have different thoughts and everything, and don't try to make another person bad because they don't have the thoughts that you have. If your way is better, then I would see that. And I'll leave off on this. On the part that I always say to other people, you would know them by their fruits. If it's meant for women to be out in these careers and not having families and doing all that stuff, you would know it by their fruits. So I hope y'all have a great night, y'all. Hey, Sarah, she's doing something. My bad. I'm just sitting over here, David. I like something. Can we get on out of here? Like, I want. What you want? I'll choose.